Hello, class. So today we're going to be talking about Chapter 11, Control Systems. In our discussion, we're asked to give an example of each of the type of control systems we learned about in the chapter. And so the first one being feed-forward control. The first example that I thought of for this one would be, I guess, just a hiring process because obviously, like when you're going to hire someone, you're going to want to make sure they're qualified to even do the job, and have like the qualifications. So I thought that was a good example for feed forward control. Just kind of like actually, diving into the application of the person and interviewing them and kind of figuring out if they're actually ideal for the job. That would be a good example of feed forward control. The next one would be concurrent control, which is kind of during the actual process. For this one, uh, I guess an example I thought of was kind of one that's more, like similar or more kind of common in today's world, which is like the job of a waiter. So for a waiter, like obviously when you go to a restaurant, if you sit down and order food, you're gonna want the waiter to have the knowledge and kind of know about the actual menu. Because I've seen a lot of waiters nowadays who, when you ask them something or you have questions or anything like that, they kind of don't know, like super into depth. So I would think that it's probably a good concurrent control system to have, like your restaurant waiters to like fully know the menu and actually have knowledge of the products you're selling. So I think that was a good example for that. And then the last one, which is feedback control, it kind of ties back into the whole waiter thing. So obviously, for feedback control, it's kind of the result part of the whole process. And kind of for a waiter, I would think that a good feedback control for this would be kind of seeing like the amount of tips you earn as a waiter. So obviously, as a waiter, you want to ensure like customer satisfaction and actually do a good job at waiting and serving. Um, so I would say that like looking at the tips that you make as a waiter is a good example of a feedback control because you'd actually see if you're doing well or not. If you're making a good amount of tips, then I'd say you're doing a good job. But if you're not, then there's probably stuff that you can work on. Um, but yeah, those are the main examples that I thought of for the three controls you learned about. And yeah, thank you.